Hey, dude, Buckaroos, how the heck are you? Hey, I've got one today. I picked up last weekend. They had the Schlafly variety pack's always around, but I found a stout box that I hadn't seen before. Has a milk chocolate stout, the oatmeal stout, the the their foreign their extra stout, Schlafly extra stout. Let's see, oatmeal extra. Oh, sure. Milk chocolate. I'm missing one. What am I missing? What brain did I? We'll get back to it though. So anyway, I decided to pop the Schlafly milk chocolate stout, 6.5%, 30 IBUs. It says on the bottle. Grab the beer here and show it to you. It had a nice head at one point, but it took me too long to get things started after I took a picture. I know most people do the thing on camera. I don't. I pour the beer, I take a picture, and I put it up later. I don't like to do what everybody else does. Kind of march to my own drummer, man. So, anyways, I had this. I was thinking at the time that I hadn't had it before, but I actually have. But it was on tap. It's on their website. It's only listed as a draft beer, but I guess they bottled it for this pack. Um, But yeah, I had it on tap not long ago. Well, I say not long ago, probably about a year ago, probably about this time last year. I was gonna say a year ago, and somehow not long ago came out of my mouth. But anyways, yeah. So I had it at Macadoodles. I had it on tap, and it was really enjoyable. Um, Says 6.5 on the bottle. Says 6.6 on their website. Says 29 IBUs on their website. Yet it says 30 on the bottle. So I don't know. I'm just going to give you a couple of particulars from their website. They use Magnum hops, pale caramel, Munich, roasted barley, carafa, brown sugar, and lactose, and an English ale yeast. So there you go. Um, Schlafly, if you look at the ingredients on most of their beers, they really are rooted in traditional English ales. I mean, their pale ale is really probably as close as an American craft brewer has come, well, in recent times anyway, to a traditional English pale ale. That's why a lot of American craft beer drinkers kind of turn their nose up on it because it isn't that hop monster. It isn't that hop monster APA like say beers like Zombie Dust. It really is close to a traditional pale ale. It is only 4.4%. Um, but anyway, let me get to this beer. Since it's been almost 3 minutes, I hadn't taken a drink yet. The notes is it really is chocolate milk. I shit you not, it smells just like a glass of chocolate milk. You can feel that milk sugar in there. I mean, you can feel the milk chocolate. It's just very pleasant. The aroma is just beautiful chocolate. Schlafly, I've said this before, I believe is an underrated craft brewery, and I think a lot of it's because they don't do a whole lot out of the box, but everything they do is stylistically sound, in my opinion. Oh, that's gorgeous. Remember now. Now that I'm tasting, I'm going to take another drink and then tell you what I'm getting here. Although the nose is that of chocolate milk, more of a kind of a milk chocolate, there is a lot of dark chocolate, just slightly sweet dark, almost like a bittersweet, chocolate chip. You know what I'm saying? And it finishes just slightly, kind of this bitter chocolate kind of feel right at the end. It's nice. I mean, the hops used, what did I say, are Magnum hops. Yeah, it really does. It just kind of finishes just enough. There's just enough to really just clean it up and make it nice. It really is one of my favorites of the style, milk chocolate or chocolate stouts or whatever you want to call them, chocolate milk, milk chocolate, whatever, have become popular over the last few years. And in my opinion, this really is one of the best. There are crazier versions adding all kinds of other ingredients, but for just a pure chocolate milk stout, this one is absolutely gorgeous. I just think that's what Schlafly does, though. What Schlafly does well is they just brew well. Everything they do is just stylistically perfect, in my opinion. They just brew per style. They're not necessarily trying to get out of the box. They're brewing quality beers, and they do it all the time. Now, if you've ever had their barrel-aged imperial stout or their barley wine, you know they can get out of the box, and you know they can do it extremely well. Unfortunately, there's a lot of other craft breweries that kinda take that kinda thunder away, and it's a shame. When people talk about going to St. Louis for the breweries, they talk about, a Perennial Artisan, they talk about Four Hands, they talk about Urban Chestnut, they talk about Alpha, and those are breweries that really should be talked about. But this one shouldn't be overlooked either. Schlafly is doing some great stuff, and they do stuff in the tap room that you can't get anywhere else. When I was there in August, I mean, I just had a great time. I originally went in there for one beer because there were other stops I was going to make. I ended up having four because I was just having such a good time in there. I was trying stuff I hadn't had before. The bartender Paul was awesome. He was very friendly, very informative. And then somebody sat up, next to me, and we started talking beers. So I mean, that's really what I like to do. I like to just, I'm a guy who loves to be in a bar. And I don't mind going into a bar alone. I know some people don't like to, but I've never had an issue because I can kind of make friends everywhere. Generally speaking, I can start talking to somebody, or somebody just starts talking to me for whatever reason. So, I've had situations where I'm doing a video and somebody asks a question. Next thing I know, they're doing a video with me. So, anyway, this is another, again, stylistically perfect beer from Schlafly. Mm. Again, even as I let this set more, because I might have had it a little colder than it needed to be. Mm. Actually, what I was going to say was now I've let it sit a little more. I'm not feeling as much sweetness on the nose as I did initially, but it is there. But I mean, again, it just feels like, it feels like chocolate milk. I think that's what they were going for. I'm Tom the Beer Whisperer, and we'll talk to you later.